I'm Steve, and this time me and Rachel are off to discover northwestern France, Normandy, Brittany and the Atlantic coast, then back through the Loire Valley into Belgium, then Holland for the ferry back. As I've said before, an adventure doesn't have to be thousands of miles and months or years on the road. Do what you can, when you can. We only have 10 days this time, so to make the most of it, we are riding down to Dover overnight to catch an early ferry into France. So after leaving the ferry, we rode through the sun to Le Courtois, a small fishing village which was very popular, probably because of the meals of Fritz costing €6.90, including a drink.
There's always room in life for this.
Parking was to be paid for in 2-hour intervals, but asked the parking attendant nicely, then he said just leave the bike.
After breakfast it was on to Rouen.
That could get me at all. I had to close down everything, I had to close down my mind. Too many things could cut me, or too much could make me blind.
This is the church St. Joan of Arc, completed in 1979 on the place where she was burned at the stake. It bookends our visit to Orleans in 2013.
There's always room in life for this.
The cathedral looked nice, but it was a bit scaffolded. But on the evening, this happened. We left Rouen and continued through Normandy on slightly damp D roads to Bayeux. Bayeux was the first town liberated after the D-Day landings, and it survived quite well. The main attraction is obviously the Bayeux Tapestry, showing the lead up to the Norman conquest and ending with the Battle of Hastings 950 years ago. The tapestry, which is really an embroidery, is 50 centimetres tall and 70 metres long and is made up of 50 scenes. It is likely it was made in England, not France, in the 1870s, and the fact it survived is little short of miraculous. Okay, that was a little quick. What you really want to see is this, Harold with an arrow in his eye. We travelled onwards to Mont Saint-Michel, where we parked in a bike-only area for €4.20, which included a free shuttle bus. This was the last reasonable price thing we saw. Mont Saint-Michel is celebrating its 1307th anniversary. It's worth trying to get one of the few rooms because it goes from this, and then all the tourists leave, to this, and it also looks great at night. When the tide rises 15 metres, the Mont is completely cut off. This happens about once a month. It comes in that fast it's described as galloping horses, and lots of people were getting trapped by the tide. So they built a new bridge in 2012. But in 2015, the tide was that high it covered that as well. We left Mont Saint-Michel after the tide had turned, travelling through Brittany and stopping in Ploermel for moules cooked in cider and bacon. This little town held a milestone for us. So we've stopped here in Ploermel, I think that's how you pronounce it, because we've just passed the 24,900 mile mark, which everybody knows is the circumference of the Earth. So on our trips of 3 days or longer, we have actually travelled around the world. So it shows you don't have to go away for months at a time. You can just do it in bits. Okay? Our campsite was in Cana, on the south coast of Brittany.
One of the ways to get costs down on trips like this is to camp. But if there's two of you and you have to carry camping gear and sleeping bags and cookers and all the other stuff, it can be a bit of a chew, especially if you want to stop places. It's got to be strapped to the bike, you can't just stop in town and leave it or someone's going to pinch it. So we book places like this. It's a Euro campsite. It's costing us £65 and it's for 4 nights. We've got access to laundrette, you can cook your own food, you've got fridges, and you've got access to a swimming pool, and you can use it as a base for the local area. I do.
We're supposed to be in La Rochelle today, but we can't get the safe open and all our stuff's locked inside, and nobody seems to have a spare key. So we're now waiting for someone to break into the safe.
So, as we had an extra day to kill, we went into town to see the Karnak stones. Over 3,000 years old, there's more than 3,000 prehistoric standing stones. Local legend claims they stand in such a straight line because they are Roman soldiers turned to stone by Merlin. Then on to wander the market for something to eat. Roast chicken and potatoes cooked in their fat.
Well, as you can see, the safe is open. The guy tried drilling it, drilling the lock, drilling the key pad, drilling just about everywhere, but couldn't get it open, went off, had a look on YouTube, and all he did was bang on the top, turn the little handle at the same time, and the safe popped open. Surprisingly easy and a little bit scary if you're using these safes in hotels and things.
So we left Carnac a day late and missed La Rochelle. Soon it was time to stop at Nantes for coffee and a look around the castle. We soon met a clown on the road. No, not this one. A woman who came off a slip road too fast onto the D323 just after Le Mans and hit the van in the outside lane, spinning across the road, losing wheels and bumpers as it went. We had to brake and swerve from about 75 miles an hour. Luckily it was quiet and dry and the ABS did its job. It could have been a lot worse. Then, after stopping for a forest fire to be put out, we arrived at Chartres and were glad to get a calm walk around the cathedral. On the evening, another Lumiere. We set off from our apartment right outside the cathedral and used the sunny back roads to Bruges. We've been there before, so we decided to go drinking and then recreate a scene from In Bruges.
Have you been up to the top of the tower?
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Is it? The guidebook says it's a must-see.
Well, you lot ain't going up there. I mean, it's all windy stairs. I'm not being funny.
What exactly are you trying to say?
What exactly am I trying to say? These are a bunch of fucking elephants.
Right.
Come on, leave it, Fatty. What's all that about? We're not going up there.
Hey, guys, I wouldn't go up there. It's really narrow.
After breakfast in a considerably calmer square, we set off on the long straight roads through the Netherlands, passing nurseries on the way to the John Frost Walk from Arnhem. The Arnhem Road Bridge was officially renamed on 17th December 1977 and is the site of one of the heaviest defeats of Allied troops. Surprised by the amount of German soldiers at the bridge, Lieutenant Colonel John Frost and a small group of paratroopers became cut off, but dug in and defended themselves for 4 days till they ran out of ammunition. It really was a bridge too far. All that was left now was to get the ferry back from Newden to Newcastle.
We had a good ride to the ferry, and when I got my jacket off I realised I'd been giving somebody a bit of a lift, and they stung me all under my arm.
When you're on the road, eating healthily is paramount to keeping up your fitness and endurance. Okay? You didn't get my burger in there, did you?